Hello, good morning, everybody. First talk from 2023. Today is Sunday. Thank you very much for being here with us. I hope you had a great holiday festivities with your family, with your friends, and uh, you're ready to start the year. And today we are kicking off the SSI calendar. Okay, so more you are more than welcome to be with here with us. Just to inform you, I will say down the beginning and the end. Um, Next week we have face-to-face meeting in Dublin. The following week we will have a special talk, and the following one we will have our face-to-face meeting again. Okay. So at the end of the talk today, I will give more details about the talk and how things will be at the SSI. Okay, so great to have you all here. Um, Let me do the initial prayer while people are still keep joining us. I want to say thank you for the opportunity to be here. Thank you to our mentors for the support. Thank you for our life, our health, the challenge we have to face. Please look after all the volunteers from the SSE, all the people who goes to the SSI, those who are watching us live now, those who will watch us later on. May the peace, may the love of Jesus be in their home, in their life. So be it. Amen. Okie dokie. So today talk is let us help always. That is no way a better way to start the year, practicing the charity, practicing the help to our neighbors. Help, it is the most expression of love. And let's see what the text. This text is from the book called Living Springs. It's message 126. Okay, so and who is my neighbor? This is in Luke 10:29. Let's have a kind of a reflection. Who is my neighbor? Why I should help my neighbor? I have my own problems and I don't need to help the others because I'm busy with mine. I have a lot of problems here. I'm too busy here to figure it out, and sometimes I don't know even how to fix my own problems. How I could help someone. Those are kind of questions we unfortunately we think. I think probably you think. Probably you have other kind of questions, but these always come up to our mind. So hey, I'm busy here with all these things, and at the SSI, the guys saying we need to practice the charity. We need to do this. We need to do that. How could? So let's see what Emmanuel said here. The neighbor to whom we must render immediate assistance is always the one who is closest to us. In short, he or she is in every way the person who shadows our footsteps. And since the divine law recommends that we love our neighbor as ourselves, let us prepare to help infinitely. So, what the manual said here is the neighbor, it is that person who is closest to us. Well, what it does mean my neighbor, it is everyone who is close to us, and um, we want to we feel like kind of compassion. When you feel like compassion, I am not doing one thing. I'm not loving my neighbor as we love ourselves. This is tricky because it's easy. It is, uh, let's say, good and pleasure. Help those we love. Like you love your brother, you love your sister, you love your cousin, you love your mom, you love your dad, you love your son, you love your daughter. So for us, at least, we have the moral obligation to help them, but at the same time, they are family, and we kind of feel we need to help them. At the same time, we need to help our friends. Like sometimes we do more for our friends than for our brother or sister. But what Emmanuel's saying here is we need to help those who know we never met before. I don't know, perhaps you live in a neighborhood and always you have someone, your neighbor, and you don't know even the name of this neighbor. The only thing you do is when you meet at the elevator or when you're gonna pick up your car. Hey, hey, hi, how are you? Yeah, 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 yeah. Good, good, good. That's it. You don't know the name. You don't know anything about his life. I'm not saying you need to play a Sherlock Holmes, but no, I'm not saying it. What I'm saying is you need to create a kind of self confidence with a smile, with with a smile, with a hand to help. Hey, good morning, Ruben. Good. I hope everything is okay in Uruguay. It's early for you, my friend. Thank you for being here watching us. So, you need to develop this kind of confidence. Nobody will come to talk to you if you are not open to do this. Nobody will approach you if you don't make the, let's say, the first step. What's the first step? You need to feel an approachable person. If you keep locked in your own thoughts, in your view, for example, you need to You are not open to help anybody. And sometimes this causes a problem because we have friends, close friends. Let's say my best friend. Sometimes suddenly we wake up in the morning and you have a phone call and your best friend kill himself or kill herself. Why? I was with her, with him yesterday. I was talking to him. And why he did it? Why didn't talk to me? But now I answer that question with another question. What you did to prevent that? You are too busy with your problems, and you even see or feel that someone close to you, your best friend, needed help. We cannot blame them because someone who is kind of in depression with this tendency in order to kill himself, they the first thing they do is deny, because when you ask, oh, are you okay? Oh, no, I'm fine, completely fine, I'm very good, that's good. But you don't know what's happening here. Let's move on. If it is a family member, let us help him or her with our active cooperation. If it is a hierarchical superior, let us practice respect and goodwill. If one of our subordinates comes looking for us, let us assist him or her with attention and kindness. If a malefactor comes to us, let us practice fraternity, trying without affection to open to him or her new pathways to the good. If a sick person asks for our help, let us show compassion for his or her situation, whatever it may be. If a good person is helped by our word, let us encourage him or her to make him or herself even better. If a bad person seeks our influence, let us assist him or her without ostentation, so that he or she may rectify him or herself. If Christianity indwells our conscience, the systematic cultivation of understanding and goodness has the force of law in our lives. So, probably you may have asked yourself, hey, Stevan, but I, I cannot love my neighbor as I love my family. Okay, fair. I agree with you. I agree with you. We are not there yet. This is the reason why we are still in this world, because we need to work this and develop this, let's call, fraternity towards an unknown person. Uh, but exactly what Emmanuel said here. Uh, if you don't know, but at least you show to them as an approachable person, you will be able to show trust. You are a trustful person. Like, for example, these people who are begging money on the streets. Let's take this example here. This is true. There is a huge difference between a beggar here in Europe. I'm in Europe now. I'm in Ireland. Compared to the beggars in, for example, in Brazil or any other place let's say, in South America. There is a huge difference. Huge. Number one, in South America, they do really need money. They do really need money. The beggars here, they have a kind of support from the government. They need money. Yes, they need, but perhaps they need money to buy other things, not to support their life. You know what I mean? In South America, they need that money. That one coin you give to them makes a huge difference. Here is okay. Yeah, no, hell, I have an extra money here. I'm not saying the support the government gives perhaps cover all the bills during the month, but at least they do have something differently from the people in South America. But the difference, it is the moral support here. It is thousand times needed compared to the moral support someone in South America. I'm not saying they don't need, but they are more open, Here, no. Sometimes we see. I always remember that we used to give at the end of the month for those who were on the street some scarves, some gloves, until some cup of tea, until sometime the police had us to stop that. But one day we met a girl, and I think it was myself and two more people. We approached that person, and then uh, the lady, the member of the SI who was with us, which was a girl, she looked in the, her eyes and said, "Hey, are you okay?" And she started to cry. She started to cry, and she asked for a hug. She had a house, a family, but she has no one to talk. Have seen families, they don't even talk to each other. They don't have a lunch or a dinner together on the table. Everyone is busy on your room with whatever they are doing, phone, games, books, whatever. But they don't have a family union. How many people do the gospel at home? Gospel at home, it is so important for the family, for the house. They don't do it. So we need to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. I already said we are not there yet, but what we can start today, it is start to showing some affection, some fraternity. It is difficult because sometimes we are shy and we don't want to say too much. But of course, you not to develop the same love you towards an unknown person. But we need to say hi. How are you? Are you okay? How many people in your work you just know the name? You don't know nothing about the life of that person. This person is sitting next to you for years and you don't know anything. Your discussion with them is about weather, complaining about their boss, complaining about the workload, but you don't know anything about her life or his life, problems, challenges. Let's keep going here. Christians who are not involved in endeavors for the good are in a bad state of affairs, and they weigh heavily on the economy of society. In the gospel, remaining neutral means making very little effort. A comment from this. I I have a friend and he always say, uh, do you think why we are in this stage here? Why still having these problems with the politics elsewhere, not just in a specific location, these wars, these unfair distribution, like starvation in Africa, but they raise millions to support a war. With that money, they probably stop the starvation in a, if not in all countries, but most of them. Because we do have in our, let's do this exercise in 100% of our society. We have, let's say, uh, we can divide this in three parts. One part we can call those who are very, very bad, very bad. You know, they do evil things. They want to cause problems. They want fight. They want to disturb. They want to do everything to make people suffer. We have this part in our population, but I would say this is 1% out of this 100%. It's not everybody. We have another part. Those who are really, really good, they do whatever they take. Sometimes they don't buy clothes for themselves in order to help. They set up non-profit organizations. They dedicate their life to support the others. They do whatever they can do. Yes, we do have people like this. And the percentage of this, same, one, two, perhaps 3% of the population. And what happened with the other 90%? They don't care. Oh, it's a war. Oh, look, it's not here. Oh, it's happening. This happiness in politics. They don't care. And this is, I would say, 90, 80% of the population because we don't care. We don't do nothing to change. We don't take a position. I'm not saying take the right or wrong. No, I'm saying since you don't care, nobody care about you as well. And they don't do any kind of effort to change it. They leave these 90%, 80%, they live isolated from the world. I care for my family, my my ones. What's happened there? I don't care. I don't do anything to support them. Or sometimes they do, you know, sometimes they do. A good example about fraternity to those we don't know. We saw a small, let's say, a small demonstration of this when we have the COVID lockdown. Some people know, oh, there is an old lady living next door. They wrote a small note. Hey, I'm your neighbor, and we are in lockdown right now. If you need any groceries, anything from the shop, please live here. I come here every morning. I pick it up. I go to the shop. I buy it for you, and you can have your fruits, your food, without exposing yourself to the shop. We saw many, many people. We saw, I said here, we saw because of the gas stations on the roads. When you're traveling, the gas station on the road were closed down, of course. And we saw people leaving bags with like fruit, food on the guardrail of the roads for the truck drivers who were feeding the world, let's say, doing the supply chain. Stop and have a lunch. Or sometimes people with the food still hot, warm food, because they cannot stop anywhere. Everything is closed. We saw people caring about the others. And this was one example. One. We lived this for, I don't know, a month? Where is that fraternity? Where is that help? So we know what to do. Because nobody said, "Oh, you need to go now." Well, of course, someone came up with the idea, or these ideas because the people care, or because the good spirits inspired that person to say, and they did it. But the point is, we know what to do, guys. But most of the population decide not do anything, anything. As long as it's good for me, as long as I'm in a comfort zone, I don't care what happened behind me. Let's keep reading here. With Jesus near us, let us act closely with him. If Jesus is far off, we will delay the advance of the light. And we know that the Master loved and assisted. He fought for the light and resisted darkness all the way to the cross. Therefore, before the neighbor who approaches your heart each day, always remember that you have been placed on this earth to learn and to help, not being isolated from the world. We need to take part. If you are in this 90% of the population who don't care, who don't do nothing, nothing, what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Find. Always there. There is always a way to support. You are good at something. You can show compassion. You can help someone doing the homework. You may have, like, for example, here in Ireland, one of the biggest problems is who gonna look after my child because I have to work, and the schools here don't give a great support because they open like 9 o'clock. My job start 9 o'clock. How can I bring my son to school and go to work? The school finish here quarter to 3, where my kid gonna stay because I just finished my work like 5 o'clock. If you have time, why don't approach your neighbor? Hey, I kind of do nothing at afternoon. If you're struggling, I can stay with your kid. Or, hey, I saw you work far from here. If you if a child come here like 1 hour earlier, I can take them to school, same school as my daughter. It's the same school as my daughter. So, what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? Think about it. Think about it. Okay, my friends. There's some way to help. This is some way, not loving the other, but this is the first steps in order to love some our neighbor as we love ourselves. We are kind far from loving our neighbors as we love ourselves, but we need to give the first step. The first step is show how you can help. How can you support? How can you assist? How can you lessen the pain from that person? It's up to you. It is up to you. So let us help always. Let us, because opportunity is everywhere. Everywhere. Opportunity you can find everywhere, every place, anywhere. Okay, my friends, this is what we have to say today. I want you to say thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. As I said at the beginning of our talk, next week, 15th of January, we will have our first face-to-face meeting. So 11:30, you can go, and we 11 o'clock, you can go to the SSI. We will have our healing, our talk. So it's our normal schedule. On the 22nd, we will have a talk given by Ileana Lindomar. They'll be here uh, with us. So, and on that day, we will only have the talk. It starts 11:30, 11 o'clock. Yeah, Juliana said 11 o'clock. It started at 11 o'clock. So it's two talks, one from 11 to 12. Then we're going to have a short break, 30 minutes. Then the other starts from 12:30 to 1:30. Okay? So more details you have in our Facebook details so you can see it. And on the 29th, we have our standard schedule. So, okay, this is just a special event. Hi, Stefan. Sorry if I said your name wrong. It's every other week. So we have this week, the 15th. Then the next one is 29. Okay, so it's every other Sunday. Exceptionally, this this month we will have an extra meeting on the 22nd. But usually it is every second Sunday of the month. So this is 15. The next one it is 29. Exceptionally, we will have on 22nd. Okay. Hope you're there, my friend. Hope you can come see us. Let's talk. Let's have some time together. Let's give these first steps in order to give our hand to everyone. Okay. Um, let's do our final prayer. And by the way, I would say every Sunday we do have our talk. Like when we don't have face-to-face meetings, we have this meeting virtually. Every week, for example, every Tuesday, we do have I give a small talk like this on Tuesday, and at 8:30, our healing team they do the healing, virtual healing on our YouTube channel. It's 15 minutes, brilliant work. Uh, every Wednesday, we do have our study group, and Thursday we do have a talk as well. So we have activities mainly online, but until we see how things goes and we get a firm place to have our meetings. Meanwhile, we stay doing like this. Okay. So let's do the final prayer. So I want you to say thank you everyone for your time, for watching me, for listening me. Thank you for your patience. Please be aware we need to help our our neighbor, the person who is closest to us. We need to help them. We need to show kindness. We need to be open to listen them. And also we need to be open to talk to someone because we do have problems. And sometimes we need to talk and we don't find anybody approachable. Let's work on this. Let's always help because this is the path to our evolution, to our progress. So be it. Amen. Okay. So thank you, my friends. I'll see you next week during our virtual meetings, or I see you next Sunday in person in Dublin. Okay. Our address is 2A Irishtown Road. Um, it's on your Google. If you type Spiritist Society of Ireland, you will see the address there is updated. We're gonna take you there. Okay. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye bye.